Hello and welcome. It's Frances here. Thank you for coming back to my channel. If this is your first time here, I bid thee welcome. There is a subscribe button below if you would like to help support this channel by subscribing, and also a bell to be notified as to when I upload more content. I'm coming to you from Ghana country, and as such I acknowledge the Ghana people of the Adelaide Plains as being the traditional custodians of this land. I'm a little bit tired. I've had a market all day today down at Port Adelaide, so thank you very much for everybody who attended, took part, and also for the organisers. It was great to see familiar faces and also new faces and faces I have not seen for such a long time. So this video is, I suppose, sort of a reaction piece to something that came to it on Friday. I actually have done 3 or 4 versions of this video, tossing up whether I would do this video at all. But I think I will just share some thought. I'm just going to share my screen. So if you aren't familiar, this is an article that came first through the ABC, which is the Australian Broadcasting Corporation, about a local woman who has a disabled son and was trying to get some public housing, being pushed up the list because basically she needs a new house. Where she is living is not suitable. It's 2-storied. She's actually had a number of accidents trying to carry her son up and down the stairs, and her son now is at a stage where he really needs ground level medical attention and machines and things like that. So she's after a single-story house. Now, like in a lot of places around the world these days, there seems to be a housing shortage, also especially when it comes to public housing. But what's sort of been drawn to light is what this woman was told by a public servant, a government worker, when she approached SA Housing, in that it was recommended to her that she should manifest a home, consider living in a tent, or even perform witchcraft. Now, there's so much, can I say, I feel personally is wrong about being told that this woman in her situation. I am fully aware that there are probably multiple sides of the story. We do not know why the government worker gave her advice to manifest or try witchcraft. I won't go through the article. I'll put the link below if you want to read it. But basically she said that, and we say here, that she has fought really hard to elevate because of this necessity that she needs for going through the public housing system. And I'm fully aware again that she's probably one of many people in a similar situation. We don't know, but it's being given in an email from staff of this government department, links to how to manifest a house. As she says here, she was given around about 17 links of positive manifestations using witchcraft, whether it was direct links to using witchcraft or whether she's interpreted manifestation as a form of witchcraft, but also how to use Google searches for safe places to pitch your tent. As I said, this is only one side of the story. What I feel is so wrong, and we don't know the side from the government employee. Maybe the government employee is really big into manifestation, works for her or works for them, and this is what they thought would help. They were really genuinely trying to help. They probably could have had a long day dealing with similar situations. So we've got a huge housing crisis here. Government departments seem to cut frontline staff. So if you're dealing with, desperate people over and over again, and you don't have any services, you can't have you don't have a magic wand of yourself to ways to sort of right, this need, what could you do? Maybe if you are into manifestation, you might say, try this. We don't know if this email with these links were sort of sent in, just we'll try this as sort of like, I'm just trying to now struggle for the right terminology, like a sort of sarcastic tone. We do not know at all. But it's just so wrong. It's, I suppose, from the perspective of someone who practices witchcraft, who is a witch, who's been doing this for 30 odd years. To me, this is just inappropriate, irresponsible. It's, if this is how witchcraft is being perceived, it's, or being shared, being sort of talked about, how people think it can assist people. We won't even go to the whole manifestation, the magical aspect to it. It's not what I was taught. It's not what I believe in. It's not what I teach or share with other people. It's, to me, and I'm still sort of trying to process thoughts about this, it's almost like witchcraft, we know, has become so commercialized that it's a commodity. And it's not even a commodity. It's, and we see it often on social media, people wanting spells to, in this case, get a house. People wanting spells to change hair colors, get boyfriends, girlfriends back, get a job, whatever. They tend to form this opinion that witchcraft, however they're wanting to interpret witchcraft or magic or manifestation, spell casting or whatever, is a one-stop shop and it will fix all ill. And I might just stop sharing the screen. So, and this is how witchcraft is being projected. It's a cure-all. But 9 times out of 10, the truth is that, can I say true witchcraft? I don't know, because I don't understand what classifies witchcraft these days, because it is not how I perceive witchcraft. It doesn't mean to say that it's wrong. It's just completely different. The witchcraft that I'm familiar with isn't a band-aid solution. And I do feel that this manifestation, this wish fulfilling, tends to be a band-aid solution. It's a coverall. It's veneer, very superficial, and will last a very short period of time, because I suppose in more metaphysical teachings or esoteric teachings, we're talking about the root cause. We're talking about the deeper lying issue, if there is an issue, that's underneath. It's like putting a band-aid on a boil. More times, that doesn't do anything. You have to, at some stage, lance the boil. You have to get into the messy stuff. Witchcraft that I'm familiar with is almost a portal into that messy stuff, to take responsibility of what we do, our actions, our implication, no, it's not the right word, what we've done, our involvement to the current situation, because we don't live in a vacuum. Not saying that this lady is responsible for her situation with her child. She's clearly trying to make the best solution of her current situation. She's identified it. A 2-story house is no longer convenient for her. She needs to get a single-story house. Manifesting a house, especially for someone who may or may not be familiar with it, isn't necessarily going to guarantee a successful outcome. Do we willy-nilly tell people to manifest anything? I know on social media, on the internet, this is what is being projected, especially at new moons. We'll manifest everything, manifest your desire. Unless I've been doing things wrong for the last 30 years, and maybe I have. To me, it doesn't work like that, or not that simple. And if it does work and you don't get to the root cause, again, you're using this band-aid. And it'll last for a short period of time, and then that original problem will surface again. It might even manifest in a different way. But like a dream, if you don't deal with the dream, underlies the dream, if it's something that we need to do, the dream will get stronger and stronger and become a nightmare until we do action. This is how spirit guides our subconscious, whatever you want to label it as, works. The universe, our plan in the greater scheme of things. Wow. Is if we're off track, things will start appearing, trying to get us back on track. If we don't pay attention, we'll get the cosmic fry pans across the head. Excuse me. So we don't know the intention behind the office worker. They might have thought they were offering help. Maybe they are a fantastic manifester and whatever they manifest works for them. So they thought they were doing the right thing. They thought they could give this woman some peace of mind, but it hasn't. It's unfortunate. It's unfortunate it's gotten to the news because once again, I personally am seeing, say, I identify as a witch. I believe in witchcraft. I'm seeing something that I hold passionate about being belittled, being turned into a joke. And again, I'm not saying I'm taking this as a little bit personal, because 20, 30 years ago, I was part of an organization here where we were trying to find paganism, this has been paganism with the umbrella term, giving it some street cred, largely when it came to changes in legislation, in particular religious vilification, discrimination acts, and things like that, because I suppose we walk a difficult path where you are sort of outside what society classifies as norms, especially when it comes to a spiritual or religious beliefs, especially when there's various interpretations of it. We were using paganism as an umbrella term to be a catch-all for all or a lot of alternative belief systems that didn't fall under the big six orthodox belief systems that the general populace understand. At the end of the day, it really doesn't mean anything. If you are something unusual, you will always be unusual. I know a lot of people within the occult scene said, we personally, the insiders, we fight about which is which. To an outsider, they don't care. We're all weird. And this is what we're trying to do. We're trying to do an umbrella term for us to become less weird when it came to important legislation changes that actually did have an impact on us, like religious vilification and discrimination, changes in life laws. Just a lot of it was educational. So that's a whole other caboodle. So yes, these are just some thoughts. I feel, yeah, the government employee, I don't know. I hope this is a lesson also, I suppose, and we need to take responsibility. All the influences, and we see it often on social media, when somebody wants assistance with problems in their life and they think a spell will cure it. I think we as in all practitioners, regardless of experience, expertise, paths we follow, not get to readily this sort of like, does it make sense? Not to readily jump on and trying to assess it, because we don't know the whole story. Sometimes magic isn't the best solution. Sometimes other methods are, sometimes they just need to sit up. Sometimes we're only hearing one side of the story and the problem is them. Maybe they need to speak to a counselor. Maybe they need to sometimes sit and address their own issues. We've all been there. Maybe they need to change their way of thinking. But yeah, I'm going down another completely different rabbit hole. But yeah, this article in particular said there's just so many levels of wrong in it. I'm trying to stick solely looking at it from a practitioner's point of view, yet again, something that I have held sacred, dear to my heart for the last 30 years, again, is in the media being perceived as a joke. I'm sort of used to it now, but I think, again, we need it. Yeah, it's like, if this is how witchcraft has, by brown practitioners, is being seen as, that it's a commodity, it's used flippantly. You can cure everybody's ills with witchcraft. Yeah, it doesn't sit right with me. Maybe I've got it completely wrong, but these are just some of my thoughts. So read the article. I'll put the link below. If you want to run the gamut and share your views, as I said, maybe I've got it completely wrong, feel free to comment below. Blessings.